What are some things that a teenager should avoid? Really loud music. I mean the kind at a concert front row loud. Be tinnitus really sucks. Pregnancies. Addiction, debt and pregnancy are the big ones. But avoid waiting for life to begin. It already has. Go in some positive direction, even if you're not sure it's the exact right one. My mom found her dream job in her 30s and my current stepdad in her 50s. Don't be too concerned with whether the things you're doing now is gonna be forever. Do what you can to open doors for yourself, but don't feel forced to think you need to know with who or what you should spend the rest of your life with at this point. Time gives you time to discover more things, and eventually you'll find your way, even if you didn't realize it. Stop thinking in today and forever. You got all the time to figure it out. Just get yourself a solid foundation and explore. Except for drugs. Don't explore things that you could get addicted to for the rest of your life. STDs. Anything you wouldn't want your mother to hear about at your trial. Bad company. People that will try to use you and lead you down the wrong path. Trying to change who they are / what they like so as to fit in. It's something you might regret later on, not exploring your own individuality and hobbies. Social media and seeking others' approval. That shit will destroy them for years. Procrastination. Not as big as the other ones, but my god, procrastination can get so bad and affect you so horribly if you let it get out of hand. Fake friends. It's honestly better to have no friends than people who gossip about you and make snide remarks to you. I know everyone says this, but you will find your people. Avoid skipping the dentist. Even if money is tight, professional cleanings and preventive maintenance will pay dividends later in life. Edit. RIP my inbox. Lack of sleep. It ain't make you cool. Go to bed early and enjoy full 9H night. Nicotine. Avoid taking out large loans. Any loans if at possible, though that's difficult if you go to college. Buying a brand new car at a young age is a bad idea. The majority of your small paycheck will be going toward that loan and the insurance. Suppressing emotions. It's okay to feel sad, angry, anxious, etc. Don't be made to feel bad for feeling this range of emotions through your teenage years. Avoid listening to advice from idiots on the internet. Adults trying to be too friendly / date you. You're not mature for your age. People their age don't want to be with them or around them for a reason. It's cliche as hell to say, I know, but drugs. Absolutely avoid drugs. Drinking too. It is easy for a full-grown adult to use a drug and get addicted before they are even aware there's a problem, so it's stupidly easy for a teen to form a runaway addiction that can last years if it doesn't out kill you from an accidental overdose. But even if you eventually were able to break the addiction, the changes it made to your brain chemistry could be permanent. That's exactly what happened to my brother. He got hit by a car at the age of 12 and his dumbass doctor put him on Percocet and that was all she wrote. From then on it was an ever-sinking shitfest of one odd after another with more and more delusional behavior and psychological damage to the point now that at 28 he literally has the mind of a 14-year-old cause the drugs never let him grow up properly. So please, stay away. Direct strikes by lightning. Don't practice unsafe sex. Condoms and pills are cheaper than having to raise an unplanned child. Tobacco, drugs, and alcohol. No, they don't make you cool. They are very addictive, and you can't easily shake off the habit. Drugs, absolutely drugs. Teenage brains aren't developed enough to handle that kind of dopamine. If you haven't been financially educated, credit cards. It's far too easy to get into debt with them and can really destroy your future for years. Thinking they're smarter than everybody else. We were all stupid at that age and you're no exception. Sexting your own photos can get you charged for possession and distribution of child pornography. Ironically, you can even be tried as an adult for something that is only a crime because you are not an adult. Older men. Teenagers often think that they are cool for hooking up with dudes who are far older than them, but the people who hook up with teenagers as older adults are not the cream of the crop. Everyone wants to think they are mature enough to date an older person, but most of the time there's going to be a power imbalance. Drugs, alcohol, and unsafe sex have already been mentioned, so I'm going to suggest toxic friends. Seriously, if your friends only ever get you in trouble and treat you like a burden, they are not your friends. By all means, the prospect of leaving a social group to find another social group can be pretty scary. Facing that fear is better than being around shitty people. I think every male knows what I'm talking about here. Never resort to soap for lubricant. Mass genocide. I'm honestly surprised I don't see this mentioned yet, but energy drinks, at least not in moderation. Especially the newer ones like Bang, that have an assload of caffeine. I was drinking upwards of 3 to 4 monsters a day as a teenager, and wondered why I had insomnia. I'm pretty sure I don't have a heart problem, but even 1 cup of coffee makes my chest hurt a little now. Take care of your bodies, kids. Aside from pregnancies and drugs, I'd say going into debt for stuff that's not actually necessary to survive, like buying the newest phone, or car, or whatever. Where I live, it's still pretty common that younger people take up loans, or enter subscription/contracts, think phone, internet etc., to have the newest gadgets, only to realize they cannot afford after a while, then the late fees pile up etc. It can end badly. Shoplifting. One of my school friends did this years ago. This doesn't make you cool. He now has a criminal record, prevented him from getting jobs when he was 16. Lost contact with him a while back. Most definitely tobacco and alcohol. Does nothing but waste time and money. Trust me. Chlamydia. Ever had your pee hole itch? Shit's rough. Asterisk 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 ALCOHOL asterisk asterisk asterisk. It might take a few years, but eventually it will destroy you and your family. Read the many examples here on Reddit of people suffering alcohol addiction. It took my son. Porn. Not completely avoid, but make sure you don't fall into addiction, and try to reduce it a bit, because too much of it can really mess you up. Being too adult. Not picking up a creative and/or athletic skill. One of the problems people face today is obsolescence. The skills you learned in your youth become useless because something new over the horizon will replace it. Kids today look up to influencers and are amazing at making TikToks, but honestly, that's not gonna last. An athletic skill will give you a strong and healthy body for your entire life. A sport develops a competitive and goal-orientated mindset that translates easily into any job. A creative skill develops sensibilities that will shape your worldview. Displaying your creativity gives you the opportunity to express and share yourself. Not to mention that both develop responsibility, time management, and a love of practicing to perfect those skills. In the long run, any of these skills is worth more than any amount of likes. Bets. IDK. I wish I was actually explained to me why watching so much porn is bad, and how it kills libido.